What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm looking at where France's 2018 World Cup winning team are now. Obviously, it is a World Cup year starting off in a couple of months, so I thought it'd be interesting to look at where France's World Cup winning team are now. I've gone through the starting 11 from the final, every player there, and then the subs that came on as well. Starting off with the man who started in goal, Hugo Lloris, who was at LAFC, where he joined them from Spurs. In 2024, he was obviously at Spurs for a long time, including at the time of the World Cup. The right back, the man who scored the goal of the tournament, I believe, Pavard, he was at Stuttgart at the time in Germany. Then in 2019 he went to Bayern Munich. 2023 went to Inter Milan, and now went to Marseille on loan at the start of this season. Probably hasn't quite hit the trajectory some people thought he would after that tournament. He was a bit of an unknown young star, especially with that goal against Argentina. The first of the two centre backs who are both retired, Rafael Varane, obviously was at Real Madrid at the time of this World Cup, winning many Champions Leagues there. Then joined Manchester United in 2021. Following that, went to Como 2024, but then he did his knee in his first match and retired. So yeah, a bit of a early retirement you'd think for him, but had a great career nonetheless, especially at Real Madrid, where he was part of possibly one of the best teams ever. Now, the centre back who played next to him in the final, man who sacrificed his career for the World Cup, Samuel Umtiti. Obviously, he was at Barcelona at the time. No, was he? Yes, he was at Barcelona at the time after joining them in 2017, I believe. And then, obviously, after the World Cup, injuries hampered him a lot. Went on loan to Lecce in Serie A. And then 2023 went to Lille on a permanent deal. Played just the 6 games for them, I believe. And then 2025 retired from football after persistent injuries after the World Cup. Starting at left back, the man who's kind of been outshone by his brother in recent years, you'd imagine. Lucas Hernandez was at Atletico Madrid at the time of the World Cup, then had a move to Bayern Munich in 2019 at the same time as Pavard. He was also there until 2023 when he left to go to France to play for PSG, where he has now won the Champions League as well. The first of the midfielders, Paul Pogba, a man who's just returned from a ban. Obviously, he was at Man United at the time of this World Cup. Very hot and cold player there. Then left them in 2022 for Juventus. We obviously know what happened there. Played for 8 games and got banned. And in 2024 had his contract terminated. Joined Monaco at the start of the season. Played a couple games, but he just keeps getting injured. It's an unfortunate sight, really. Hopefully, he can get back fit and playing regular football. And the man next to him, N'Golo Kante, absolute workhorse as well. Obviously, he was at Chelsea at the time of this World Cup, following moving there after winning the league at Leicester. And in 2023, left Chelsea and joined the wave of players going to Saudi Arabia, where he's been ever since at Al Ittihad. Then the main man, well, not the main man, well, definitely the main man, don't know what I'm saying, Kylian Mbappe, obviously young star of the World Cup. I believe he was 19, kind of broke out completely, absolutely tearing players to shreds. Youngest player to score in a World Cup since Pele, I believe, or a World Cup final. And then he was at PSG on a loan, which then got made permanent after this World Cup, obviously for 150 million, where he was until 2024 when he joined Real Madrid, whereas where he is at now, looking to win a Champions League there after leaving PSG the season they actually finally won the Champions League. Next up, Antoine Griezmann, the Al Dance merchant. This guy rattled so many fans during the World Cup. Was at Atletico Madrid during the tournament, where he'd been for a good 5 or so years. In 2019, went to Barca for a massive deal. Things didn't quite work out. Had to go back on loan to Atletico Madrid. Then there was a massive drama about how much playing time he'd have to have if they had to pay a fee or something. Then 2022, joined back at Atletico Madrid, where he's been ever since. And he sort of, 2022, he was very good for France as well in a sort of different position. I believe he has retired from international football, though, so you won't be seeing him this World Cup. Blaise Matuidi is the next man, playing on the left, which is kind of surprising. You sort of imagine him as more of a central player. Was at Juventus at the time of this World Cup. He joined them in 2017. Then he left them 3 years later to join Inter Miami for their inaugural season, So this guy was on Inter Miami before all the hype, before Messi and anything. Blaise Matuidi was the Inter Miami guy, but then he retired in 2021 following a season and a bit there. Last but not least, the man up front who didn't score a single goal all World Cup but was still very useful for France, Olivier Giroud, had just joined Chelsea in the January prior to this World Cup, where he was for 3 years until 2021, where he joined AC Milan following winning the Champions League with Chelsea. He's obviously there for a good few years, won the Serie A with them, with him and Zlatan up front, possibly the oldest front two in history to win the league. Then he was at LAFC for 18 months or so. Didn't light it up there, but now he's returned back to Lille and he's actually banging the goals, as you can see, scoring in the Europa League in this picture as well. And the bench from that day had Steven Nzonzi came on. He was at Sevilla at the time. He's now at Stoke City. Did not expect to see him at Stoke City. Corentin Tolisso had just joined Bayern Munich from Lyon. Now he's returned back to Lyon. Nabil Fekir was at Lyon at the time. Now he's at Al Jazeera in the UAE. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.